The club's number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. With I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here that play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. With I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Caherline have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here that play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here that play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always a possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always a possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. The centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here, and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always a possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here, and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always a possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area, and as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here that play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here, and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always a possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area, and as well as that, you're helping the local club. Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here, they play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always the possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Kilmallock have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club.
Well, I suppose the club draw is long-standing, and an awful lot of work has went in over the past to get us to the level that we're at the moment. We are a big member of the club over the county-wide. We would have over 400 members in the club draw, and we're proud of the efforts that have been made to get us to that number. Now, as regards day-to-day activities, I would be in charge of promoting the draw to a certain extent through word of mouth, through social media, and administrating over the draw as regards the finances and things like that. Well, as you probably heard from Jim there a while ago, there's an awful lot of Napier members that want to support the GAA. And they want to support their local club, and they just need measures and ways to be able to support the local club. And we see it in the Napier as a very, very good way to support your local GAA club, because not only are you supporting your GAA club, you're also supporting your county team, albeit in a smaller way, and you're also supporting, you're also getting the benefit of getting huge prizes on a monthly basis. The 10 draws over the course of the 12 months, and the huge monthly cash prizes that can be won. And as Jim alluded to earlier, he was a previous 10,000 winner who won in the draw. I think it was in 2018. And obviously the club draw is changing now this year, and there'll be additional bonus prizes, which we feel is a very, very good addition to the draw for 2020. Absolutely. I mean, as I alluded to earlier, there has been huge efforts in the past through a lot of club members, too numerous to mention here. But I suppose one man that probably does deserve a mention is a man that drove the club draw for so long, and that was a man called Dan Hickey. He was synonymous with Na Piarsaigh. He did huge work both on and off the field with many teams, and was a huge driver for Na Piarsaigh of the club. And as we spoke about, the club draw is a huge fundraiser for the club on an annual basis, and I suppose Lord of Mercy and Dan, he would have been very proud to see the facilities that have developed as a result of those funds going back into the club today.
Stephen Ryan, Dean Coleman missed the first game, Kilmallock, and now it has been compounded by the loss of Darragh O'Donovan. But they have risen above it. They have made themselves a very difficult team to beat. Like in the group stage, they refused to be beaten. Like, and they came out of the group stage with 2 points from 2 draws. Now it was put up to them for a long time last week against South Liberties, and they found a response. So I think it would be foolhardy to write off Doon in this game, like, because the motivation is there, not only just to get to a county final, but you know the way when a team suffers setbacks like Doon have suffered this year, that it galvanises them, and like they will go out and they'll be prepared to go through a wall there to do it for the lads who are missing through injury.
On the other side of things, Kilmallock, you mentioned a month without a game, but the 2 games they did play, maybe a game and a half, they trailed off in the second half against the Hand. That first day against Na Piarsaigh, it looked like a very different Kilmallock team than what we've seen in the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely. The only slight worry I would have about it is did they peak at the very start, because like it's an unusual championship in that it is a truncated version of the normal championship, and like, you know, clubs had to be at full steam right from the get-go this year, and but you're right, Kilmallock, they played fantastic against Na Piarsaigh, and played, I suppose, fantastic for 40 minutes against a Hand, but then a Hand came back into it. Now, how much it was that Kilmallock took their foot off the gas, or a Hand just came back into it, that's very hard to determine, but it certainly will have given Tony Considine and the Kilmallock backroom team food for thought. The way they tapered off in that last 20 minutes, it will give them a certain amount of concern, and I have no doubt over the last couple of weeks that they will have been addressing that.
Ahead of Throne today, we've spoken to both camps, starting with Doon manager Tony Ward.
Massive challenge. You have to say out the most improved teams, I'd say the most impressive teams in the quarterfinals were probably Doon. You know, in the games we played the other night, we played a Hand, they played Patrick's well. They were very impressive, you know, so be hard work, but sure, we love hard work.
2 from 2 from your opening group games got you through to the semi-final automatically. How have preparations gone since?
Preparations have gone well. Sure, you're only judging it on training all the time. You know, you can't judge anywhere else because we can't play challenge matches outside of the county. You obviously can't play challenge matches in the county either. So, you know, you're just going on training really. And I'd say, you know, I suppose in that sense, I suppose Doon have had to play the match. You know, they played against South Liberties in the quarter-final, and we were directly into the semi-final. So, you know, we won't know for a while really how we're going. But training is going okay, training is going well. But you're just judging on training. You know, I prefer to be able to judge it maybe in a few games.
Back again into Kilmallock once again. How much have you enjoyed it?
I've enjoyed it. I've always enjoyed hurling. I suppose looking at this year, we all thought there'd be no hurling, and so it's great to be here. It's great to be back here. But you're here for business as well. You know, you're here to do a job, and that's it. You know, so I'm enjoying it. They're a good crew, but it's a good traditional area, as you well know, Kilmallock. You know, they've great history over the years, and like when they asked me to get involved, maybe I was a bit slow at first, but you know, they're a great bunch of lads, and look, we're enjoying it at the moment anyway, and hopefully we'll continue to enjoy it after the season.
Joined now by Doon manager Tony Ward. Tony, obviously the first thing we're going to talk about is the injury to Dara. He's not going to make today.
I know, look, it's a big blow for the team, probably a lift for Kilmallock, the fact that he's not playing, but you look at it's next man up, isn't it, and you know, we have a strong panel, and hopefully the boys will play for Dara out there as well.
South Liberties in the quarter-final last week. You weren't happy with a lot of what happened in that game. You finished the game strongly though. Have you corrected things during the week?
Yeah, we've worked on a few things that we needed to work on that we knew wouldn't be good enough going into today's game, and hopefully we've worked enough on them. 7-day turnaround is a short space of time to work on these sort of things, but look, they're in a good place, the lads, and we're happy with the preparations over the week, and pity about Dara, but you look at that stage, we just get on with it. You have to get on. It's 15 against 15, and look at the boys are not going to stand back today.
Big challenge against. Yeah, the thoughts of Doon manager Tony Ward and Kilmallock boss Tony Considine there. A quick check on the teams now, starting with Doon. They're unchanged from the advertised programme. In goals, Owen McNamara. Full back line, Chris Thomas, Owen Fitzgibbon and Tommy Hayes. Half back line, Cormac Ryan, Mikey O'Brien and Jack Cummins. Micheál Ryan and Eddie Stokes in midfield. Dennis Maloney, Pat Ryan and Barry Murphy in the half forward line. Barry Murphy captains the side. Full forward line, Josh Ryan, Dara Stableton and Jack Ryan. Heading over to Kilmallock, where there are two changes to the advertised programme. Barry Hennessy's vice captain in goals, Dan Joy, Philip O'Loughlin captain at full back, and Aaron Costello. Mark O'Loughlin, Gavin O'Mahony and Paddy O'Loughlin make up the half back line. Kieran O'Connor and number 25 Robbie Hanley comes in for Stephen Quirk. Paddy O'Brien, Graham Mulcahy and Kevin O'Donnell make up the half forward line. Full forward line, Micheál Houlihan, David Wolfe and Oisin O'Reilly. Matt, just before throwing, here's the two teams line up. Nail your colours to the mast.
Yeah, I'm going for Kilmallock, but I think Doon will really put it up to him. But John, whilst I'm satisfied that Doon are pretty well going to, as they're named on the programme, the two substitutions coming in, it looks as if Robbie Handley is taking up a position at midfield, and he seems to be partnered at midfield by Paddy O'Brien, which would suggest perhaps maybe that Kieran O'Connor has gone in full forward. No, it looks as if it is.
It's Oisin O'Reilly in there at the moment. It's Doon in possession.
O'Reilly.
It's Doon on the run now straight. Off the bat here, it's Micheál Ryan. In fact, that's Eddie Stokes. Eddie Stokes to Pat Ryan. First chance of the game for Doon, and what a start for Doon here. Inside 15 seconds, Pat Ryan has given him the lead.
Yeah, and good work there by Eddie Stokes. Made progress, timed the offload to perfection. Pat Ryan on his shoulder. An excellent point, excellent start for Doon.
Huge puck out from Barry Hennessy right down to the full forward line. Graham Mulcahy has started at top of the left, and as Graham Mulcahy usually does, starts with an excellent point.
Yeah, that's absolutely the response that Kilmallock would have looked for. Like, we've got off to a barnstorming start. The clock on the scoreboard says 44 seconds, and we've a point apiece.
Yeah, this game being played in glorious sunshine too at Limerick GAHQ. Long puck out from Owen McNamara. Paddy O'Brien was there for Kilmallock initially, but they get it through Mark O'Loughlin. Now Mark O'Loughlin to Micheál Houlihan. Houlihan goes low, looking for Mulcahy. Tommy Hayes very tight. Brilliant work from Tommy Hayes. Gets the pass away to Dennis Maloney. Maloney low ball into the full forward line. Jack Ryan has it now for Doon. Ryan switches play across into the middle. Pat Ryan has it again. Ryan chance to shoot off his left, looking for his second point of the game. Is this one on target? It certainly is. Another fantastic score from Pat Ryan. Matt, barnstorming start as you mentioned.
Yeah, and you know, if there's one thing that Tony Ward and Doon wanted, it's players like Pat Ryan, the leaders on the team, to be standing up, and like Pat is coming back after a considerable injury, and like we'd have to say in the group stages, John, we were impressed with his performances, and he seems to be carrying on with it again today.
Same man in with the pass this time, easily picked up though by Kilmallock full back. On this occasion it was Philip O'Loughlin. Kilmallock Kilmallock captain now, Paddy O'Brien. He's in a foot race to get it. It's won by Cormac Ryan. It's Dennis Maloney with the shot now. May drop in and around Dara Stapleton. Stapleton certainly shielding, looking for the ball. Stapleton has it under severe pressure over there by Dan Joy, but it's a foul on Dara Stapleton. A chance for Doon, Matt, and even despite the loss of Dara O'Donovan, Doon looking very, very sharp.
Yeah, they're really looking up for it now. There's a bit of handbag stuff going on back here, I'm sure. No, I think Jason O'Mahony will be happy to continue with the game, but I suppose nothing more than happens in the start of big county semi-finals. But it's a free in to do now, which Barry Murphy, you would nearly back him all day to put this one over. Like, and a 3 points to one lead after 3 minutes, they will be very, very happy with it.
Yeah, should be a regulation enough one for Barry Murphy's just outside the 21 metre line. A slight angle on this free, but one, as Matt O'Callaghan mentions, that he would definitely expect to score 10 times out of 10, and that's exactly what Barry Murphy has done. 3 minutes on the clock here in the first semi-final of the Bon Secours Hospital Limerick Senior Hurling Championship, and it's Doon into a 3 points to one lead.
Yeah, you know, they're continuing their good start. Maybe the fact that they had a game last weekend, maybe feeding into it, that Kilmallock have been pretty idle for the last 3 or 4 weeks, but certainly Doon are really, really up for it.
Fouled by Aaron Costello and Dennis Maloney. It's noticeable as well, Matt, that Aaron Costello's come out to half-back to mark Dennis Maloney. Mark O'Loughlin has transferred back into the full back line, of course, a place he's accustomed to playing. Interesting switch, but we have seen in the past, like, the influence that Dennis Maloney can exert on a game, and you know, he's such a experienced, like one of the most experienced players out there on the field. We have a long range free that has been hit, and it has been hit wide by Cormac Ryan. Yeah, long range effort into a very strong breeze, it must be said. Kilmallock with that breeze into the city end here at the LIT Gaelic grounds is Barry Hennessy. This time goes straight down the middle towards Micheál Hoolan. Hoolan gets a hurley to it, trying to flick it down there for David Wolfe, but Eddie Stokes is there from a Doon point of view, flicks it in front to Barry Murphy. Murphy now looks ahead, looks at his options, goes low into Josh Ryan. Is there too much on that one? Ryan struggling to keep it in play, he's unable to do so. Tony Ward just bows his head, knows that was a bit of an opportunity, just a little bit of off target with the pass.
Be a bit disappointing on that. No fault to the striker. It was a good ball, but obviously Josh didn't react quick enough to what might happen, so it went out harmlessly wide.
Kilmallock on the attack now, and it's Kevin O'Donnell who's there wearing number 7. Hand pass back, that's Paddy O'Loughlin, in fact, I should say. So used to seeing Kevin O'Donnell wearing 7. Graham Mulcahy there now for Kilmallock, but Doon are back in numbers, and Doon come away with it. It's Eddie Stokes again over on that far side on the run. Good work from him yet again. In fact, that's Barry Murphy's. Murphy has it. Murphy surely fouled. Referee says no, and Murphy plays on anyway. He's well hooked there, and Kilmallock with Paddy O'Brien in possession. O'Brien opts the goal long, looking for Oisin O'Reilly. It's going to be a foot race between him and Chris Thomas. Thomas gets to it first, but Oisin O'Reilly's there. Could spell danger. He's got it in his hand. Oisin O'Reilly goes for the point from a very, very difficult angle. Brilliant score from Oisin O'Reilly. And Matt, if Oisin gets one like that early enough, could spell huge danger long term.
It could, and that was the execution of that was absolutely excellent. I just thought for a brief second there that he was going to go on one of those trademark runs in along the line, and that certainly would spell danger.
Costello has it now from Kilmallock, picking up the loose ball from the puck out. Gets the pass away to Paddy O'Brien. He's targeting that corner for O'Reilly again. O'Reilly against Chris Thomas. The Doon number 2, O'Reilly gets there in front, and it's Oisin O'Reilly. He's got a runner across the field. It's Paddy O'Loughlin. Good work back there though from the Doon defence, and it's mopped up and played away to Cormac Ryan. Ryan, bit of space here to deliver. Switches play into the centre. Jack Ryan's up. 2 Kilmallock players are up, and the one that picks it is Gavin O'Mahony. O'Mahony with time now tries to deliver. It's not his best one. It might work out, but Chris Thomas is going to leave that one. Just ease out over the sideline, Matt, but a frenetic start.
Yeah, and there was danger written all over that one, but full credit to Michael Ryan. He actually got back. He saw the danger, went back and made the interception, and Doon cleared it, but it certainly was about to spell trouble for Doon.
Yeah, interesting to see Paddy O'Loughlin wearing number 7 playing centre forward, Matt. That's certainly one to watch as we have an injury to a Doon player over on that far side. Jason O'Mahony, the referee from Kildimo, Pattis Kenry, just stops play. But Paddy O'Loughlin at centre forward is a very interesting call to Mikey O'Brien.
Yeah, a very, very interesting call. We'll just see how it will work out as the game progresses. And I'm just trying to see who has funneled back. It looks as if Kevin O'Donnell has funneled back to his more accustomed position of left half back. You see, when Robbie Handley and David Wolfe came in, Robbie Handley, fine, a direct replacement for Stephen Quirk at midfield, but you wouldn't have seen David Wolfe as being a direct replacement for Robbie Egan at full forward. So obviously the Kilmallock forward line had to be rejigged, but it has been considerably rejigged. It's not just one or two changes. There have been changes all over the place.
There's a blood sub in. Cian O'Donovan in for Eddie Stokes as Pat Ryan takes that short free from Barry Murphy. It was an indirect free. Murphy couldn't go for the score, and Pat Ryan yet again, Matt, is just putting on an exhibition, really, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And here he is again. Here is Pat Ryan blocking down the puck out. But lucky enough, it was, I think, Aaron Costello spotted the danger there, came in and intercepted. But it's a free out to Kilmallock. There was a foul on Paddy O'Brien, and I think Kilmallock were a bit all over the place on that one. So it's a free. Gavin O'Mahony is going over to take this free, and it's inside his own 65, but it will be very, very near the target, this one, I would imagine. He's a great striker from distance, Gavin, and it'll be very interesting to see where it'll land. It will certainly land in the danger area if it doesn't make the target.
Yeah, Gavin O'Mahony, so accustomed to taking frees from this kind of area for both Kilmallock and Limerick over the years. A fine strike from Gavin O'Mahony, of course, has the advantage over Breeze. That one, Matt, easily had another 20 yards or so on it.
Absolutely. The minute the foul was, the free was blown, he made a beeline straight over. Gavin O'Mahony immediately recognised that it certainly was within his compass. And you're right, John, it had a bit to spare.
Yeah, 4 points to 3 in favour of Doon here after 9 minutes as Micheál Hoolan lofts this one in towards Oisin O'Reilly. Brilliant work back there from Chris Thomas, got to it first, and it's Kilmallock that win it back, and a chance now on the run. Shooting chances flicked across there by Kevin O'Donnell, doesn't go anywhere near where he hoped it would, and it's cleared straight down the middle by Owen McNamara. It's a poor one though, and Paddy O'Brien has it. Micheál Hoolan plays it all the way across to O'Mahony. It's Aaron Costello, in fact, went for the shot, didn't strike it at all well, and Mikey O'Brien mops up for Doon. Switches play looking towards Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan gets a hand to it, plays it down in front of himself. Needs support, gets it eventually. It's played across it then to Cormac Ryan from Micheál Ryan. Low one in towards Dara Stable. He appeals for the free, but Josh Ryan has it now for Doon. This could spell big danger for Kilmallock. Ryan on the go. Josh Ryan with the shot, and Josh Ryan with the score. Easy as you like from Josh Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. And he made the run, and it was spotted. Good play and good delivery out of the fence there by Cormac Ryan. Good use of the ball. Good use of the ball in general by Doon in the build up to that score. And a finish by Josh Ryan that actually went in off one of the uprights, but they all count, John.
And straight away in response, just like the first point of the game, it's Graham Mulcahy who was operating at top of the left. Another long puck out from Barry Hennessy, and we've a 1 point game just as quick again, Matt.
Yeah, like it's just a frantic pace. Like we've 10 and a half minutes, and we have 9 scores. Highly entertaining. It certainly, John, cannot continue. So it will be interesting to see what or who will give.
We'll hope it will continue, Matt, in this, just coming up to 11 minutes played. We have an absolute cracker on our hands here in the LIT Gaelic grounds, and the first of the Bon Secours Hospital Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-finals, brought to you live and exclusively on Limerick GATV in association with the Kirby Group. And back with play, there's a sideline cut over on that far side for Doon. Coming across the take, it is Dennis Maloney, I think it is, over on that far side. Be interesting to see if he has a cut at this one, Matt.
Yeah.
Switch is played as Dennis Maloney in towards Dara Stapleton. Breaks for Josh Ryan. Chance for Josh Ryan. If he can get it into his hand, he's going to switch onto his right hand side. Doesn't look at the post, and has he suffered as a result? He certainly hasn't. 6 points to 4 in favour of Doon. And Matt, Josh Ryan and Pat Ryan looking two of the most dangerous players in the pitch right now.
Josh is looking really up for it there. He was blocked on one side, and he literally turned, as the saying says, on a sixpence and put it over the bar, and there was no doubt whatsoever about that. He showed a steely determination that he was going to get that one. Good work by Josh Ryan. He has 2 points to his name now.
Yeah, that is 4 points against South Liberties in the quarter-final last week. Really a man in form for Doon, and any time that Josh Ryan hits the target for Doon and hits to his potential, they really are in with a chance of winning every game they play. Another long one from Barry Hennessy back there. This time Doon are quick to it, and Chris Thomas has it. Gets the flick away. It's a poor one. Drops straight to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell plays it back. It's David Wolfe with the chance. David Wolfe, usually accurate from this type of range, and David Wolfe has put it over the bar. It was a mistake at the back by Chris Thomas, Matt, and it's punished very well by David Wolfe.
Yeah, David Wolfe will put those over all day. He has, as we've said before, we've seen him here at under 21 level, and we've seen him here at senior level. He just loves playing in this ground. But meanwhile, Dennis Maloney has been fouled. He was making an incisive run. He had got by 2 Kilmallock defenders, and it was the third one that eventually fouled him. Good play by Dennis Maloney, and certainly he has given Barry Murphy a free that 9 times out of 10 Barry Murphy would put it over the bar, probably 95 times out of 100. So it looks as if Doon will restore their 2 points advantage.
Dennis Maloney using all his experience, Matt. He knew he didn't have the legs to get away from the chasing men. Just cut across, drew the foul. The Kilmallock defender, I think it was Micheál Houlihan back there, just couldn't help himself, and it gives Barry Murphy this opportunity to land his second free of this evening's contest. Just coming close to 40 metres or so with the angle. The angle not difficult though for a player and a free taker of Barry Murphy's capabilities. Kilmallock sideline calling for a wide. It wasn't straight over the black spot, Matt, but a point nonetheless.
Yeah, a point. It didn't have a lot to spare, and I can see why they might be calling for a wide ball, but from our position here, which is a bird's eye position, we would have no doubt about it.
Yeah, Doon back into a 2-point lead, 7 points to 5 the lead, as Dennis Maloney puts this one in high towards Dara Staplein. A good battle back there with Philip O'Loughlin, the Kilmallock captain. It's O'Loughlin that comes away with it this time. It's O'Loughlin that plays a short enough one to Robbie Hanley. Quiet enough start from Hanley as Kieran O'Connor delivers this one low. Foot race between Oisin O'Reilly and Jack Cummins back there. It's Jack Cummins has been detailed. He pulled wildly. Referee Jason O'Mahony says no free, and Cormac Ryan finishes the clearance for Doon. Tight work by Gavin O'Mahony and Dennis Maloney, helped out by David Wolfe, and it's Wolfe flicks it forward for Kilmallock, and Paddy O'Loughlin, shooting chance maybe for O'Loughlin, tried to find Graham Mulcahy, but back there for Doon is Jack Ryan. Brilliant work rate from the corner forward. Plays it, switches it to Pat Ryan. Pat Ryan now up against Kieran O'Connor, and Ryan on the run. He's pushed over the sideline though, legally, says the referee, and we're going to have a sideline ball to Kilmallock. Brilliant work from Jack Ryan there.
Absolutely brilliant work, and I suppose if anything, John, it epitomises the extent to which Doon are up for it, and their work rate so far has been absolutely phenomenal. We have Kevin O'Donnell has a shot again, half blocked down.
Yeah, brilliant work back there from Micheál Ryan, I think it was, that got the block. Indeed it was. Cleared downfield, but Aaron Costello's there first, and now it's Micheál Houlihan for Kilmallock. The one-handed pass to Paddy O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin gets the hand pass away towards Paddy O'Brien, slows down, gives it back to Gavin O'Mahony on the Doon 65. O'Mahony looking for his second point of this afternoon's contest. Just had too much tail on that one. It's gone to the left and wide, but Doon, Matt, noticeable there. No Kilmallock player had time and space to get off a clean shot.
No, and that has been right from the start, and we're heading for a water break. If there's an injury to Doon down here, he hasn't actually blown the water break yet, I think, but certainly the first 15 minutes, even though they only lead by 7 points to 5, they certainly belong to Doon. They are the better side. They deserve to be in front, and their work rate is phenomenal, and their use of the ball is quite good, but there have been some. It will give you a sense of the hunger. Like Michael Ryan has been involved twice in crucial interceptions back there. We saw the interception of Jack Ryan. He came at speed, intercepted what was a pass that was going to cause some danger to Doon. Like, you know, that they're working their socks off from 1 to 15.
Yes, Kilmallock with possession, and Robbie Hanley now plays this one, but it's straight down the throat of Mikey O'Brien. Quick play from O'Brien to Micheál Ryan. Ryan on the run now, met by Paddy O'Brien and Graham Mulcahy. Gets the hand pass away. Doesn't go to hand initially, but Dooner there with numbers is played straight down the middle by Mikey O'Brien. In towards Pat Ryan and Dara Stapleton. Stapleton with the hand pass. He was looking for Dennis Maloney, but Gavin O'Mahony was quick to Dennis Maloney's run and gets to it first. Plays a low one in front of Dan Joy. Joy back inside, gets the hand pass away to teammates Kieran O'Connor. Paddy O'Brien just doesn't go to hand, but he gets the pass away to Mark O'Loughlin. Short one from Mark O'Loughlin. Robbie Hanley from midfield. Shot from Robbie Hanley. Tailing to the left yet again though from Kilmallock's point of view. And Matt, here we have the water break. 7 points to 5 to Doon after 17 and a half minutes play. And certainly doesn't look at this stage that they're missing Darragh O'Donovan too much.
No, and I was just about to allude to it there before the whistle was blown. We have seen the type of performance that Mikey O'Brien is capable of putting in here at centre half back. We've seen it particularly in the under 21 and in particular the under 21 final. And all right, it's a much bigger step up. But by God, he has stepped up today. But having said that, he has had experience at centre back in 2018, and like in that particular campaign in 2018, he had the fallback, or he had the safety net of having a player like Richie English behind him, and he looked as for a time that in 2018 that he was going to make the centre half back positions his own for Doon. Now he seemed to go off it last year a bit, but he has been thrust in there again today now, and you'd have to say in the first 16 minutes that Mikey O'Brien hasn't put a foot wrong. Now he's gobbling up a show of loose ball back there, and he's using it. It's not. There's no God direct me Hail Mary shots down. He's picking out his men. He's trying to influence the game and doing so. So Kilmallock will have to try and negate the impact that he has made, particularly in the last 10 minutes. He has been so much in the game. So, Doon will be the happier. But we have seen, John, that very interesting that Doon have taken their water break in 2 sections, which is an interesting departure.
I'm just wondering how legal that is as well, Matt.
Yeah, social distancing, John, I suppose. I don't know, but I think Tony Considine will have had harsh words for his charges, and we have seen since this water break was introduced its propensity to change the dynamic of a game, and it'll be very, very interesting to see now whether Kilmallock can reassert or can assert control, because at no stage have they had control.
Owen McNamara with the puck out, looking towards Pat Ryan, and Ryan is on it again for Doon. He's got the legs on Gavin O'Mahony. Pat Ryan gets the shot away. An absolutely stunning score yet again from Pat Ryan. The third of the game, Matt, and he is on fire.
Absolutely. Just to recap that score, he caught the puck out, evaded his immediate marker, beat another player, and straight over the bar. Like direct hurling, very, very simple. Here we have Mikey O'Brien again.
Mikey O'Brien up on the wing on that far side, gets the hand pass away, but it doesn't go to hand from a Doon point of view. It's Graham Mulcahy on the run. Mulcahy looking for his third score of the game from the left hand side. Trademark one from Graham Mulcahy, and anything the Doon number 11 can do, Matt, it's been matched every time by the Kilmallock one.
It is indeed, and I think the umpire gets prepared to go for his flag when he sees Graham Mulcahy getting possession out the field.
Yeah, it's back there for Doon with Tommy Hayes, just flicks it away into space, and Micheál Ryan now takes the low pass. He's got Cormac Ryan outside him. Ryan tries the hand pass, it's read, telegraphed to Gavin O'Mahony. Now it's Micheál Hoolan looking for his first score of the game. He beats Jack Cummins, he's got men inside, he's going to go on his own for the moment. Micheál Hoolan, brilliant work from Micheál Ryan, got the hook in, got the block in, it's gone out for a wide ball. And Micheál Ryan, Matt, didn't have the best of games last week against South Liberties in a midfield that Tom Ryan dominated, but he's having a stormer so far as well. Just another one of Doon, that is.
Absolutely, he's just supplementing the defence there, and there was another timely that was a timely tackle, and he's made a couple of interception back there. Like Micheál Ryan he's actually, it looks to me as if he's playing as a sort of a sweeper there at the back.
Danger now for Doon as Graham Mulcahy goes in, he goes for the goal on McNamara, may have been going over the bar, he wasn't taking any chances, just gets a hurley to it, safety as he like, puts it out for a 65 and a chance for Kilmallock to reduce the lead to 1 point yet again.
Yeah, and this will be taken, I would imagine, by Gavin O'Mahony, or will Micheál Hoolan will probably come out to take it.
Yeah, it's going to be Micheál Hoolan chasing out after the ball, Matt, but his first free, he's had a quiet game except for that run a couple of moments ago, and it's not 65 in this type of white heat of battle, isn't, even though it is relatively straight in front.
Yeah, I suppose if there was a 65 you were to get for your first shot at goal, this is the one, like, hit it straight and you're there. But it looks as if Micheál Ryan is playing back in a sweeper role. We'll just watch it for the next couple of minutes. Micheál Hoolan made that look easy.
Easy as you like from Micheál Hoolan. 22 and a half minutes gone here at the LIT Gaelic Grounds, and it's Bon Secours Hospital Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-final, and it's Doon leading 8 points to 7 here on Limerick GA TV. Of course, this live stream being brought to you in association with the Kirby Group as Cormac Ryan delivers, looking for Josh Ryan. Ryan gets it up first straight away, beats Philip O'Loughlin as Josh Ryan on the run. Away comes Dan Joy, but still Josh Ryan, goal chance for Doon, plays it across, mistake in, there's goal for Doon. Jack Ryan pounced on the mistake, Josh Ryan with the initial run. Aaron Costello seemed to have control of it, Matt, but a huge goal for Doon and a huge goal in the context of this game.
Yeah, a huge goal in the context of the game, and a huge contribution. And you alluded to it early on about Josh Ryan. Like we spoke about his 2 points, like, and there again he was actually the central figure in it. The way he won the ball, worked his way in along the line, put it into the danger area, hoping that someone would get on the end of it, and that's exactly what happened.
Lovely skill from Pat Ryan to flick it over Gavin O'Mahony's head. It's another shot from Pat Ryan. Has he got another? He certainly has. Brilliant score from Pat Ryan to put Doon into a 5 point lead. And Matt, if there's one player on the pitch you want a ball like that to land to, Pat Ryan is the man.
Absolutely, Pat Ryan in the form he's in today's absolutely irresistible. Here we have a position of some danger with Oisin O'Reilly.
Terrible ball across from Oisin O'Reilly, and all the time in the world for Doon and Chris Thomas to clear it. He goes low. Sorry, this is Chris Thomas in possession. Thomas goes long looking for Jack Ryan, confident after that goal being met by Mark O'Loughlin. Mark O'Loughlin's lost his hurley. Jack Ryan now with the chance for Doon to go 6 points clear. This one's dropped to the right and wide, Donna. Poor enough effort from Jack Ryan, he'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah, Oisin O'Reilly, like he the intention was right, but there was no Kilmallock man to get on it. Owen Fitzgibbon spotted it, said thank you very much Oisin, I'll have that, and he delivered it out the field. Huge
puck out landing around the Doon 21 by Barry Hennessy, but Doon are there in numbers, and it's Cormac Ryan, big clearance from Cormac Ryan, that's going to go out over the sideline under a bit of pressure, took no chances, launched it. But Doon, Matt, 5 points to the good, and Tony Ward could not have dreamed of a first 25 minutes like this.
He couldn't. Certainly he couldn't. We were of the opinion all the time that, you know, that Doon would be quite capable of putting it up to Kilmallock, asking him serious questions. But it certainly wasn't on the script, I think, to be fair, that they were going to ask questions to the extent that they're asking him now.
Chance for Kevin O'Donnell, kind of on over the shoulder from Kevin O'Donnell, hits the post, but Mikey O'Brien is there for Doon, drops it, leaves it to Owen McNamara, and McNamara taking no chances, goes long with it, long towards Jack Ryan and Mark O'Loughlin. It's going to be Kilmallock that get to this one first, but it's Dara Staplin's robbed it from the hurley of Dan Joy, and now it's Barry Murphy on his right hand side. looks like he was going to be hooked, takes another touch of it, does Barry Murphy, and pops it over the bar. Another score for Barry Murphy, his third of this evening's contest, and Doon 110 to 7 points ahead, Matt.
Yeah, certainly, and like it really is putting it up to Kilmallock at this stage now. And here again we have Mikey O'Brien defending, but it's David Wolfe that gets the ball back to Paddy O'Brien, who shot is over the bar.
From Paddy O'Brien that goes over the bar. Fine score from O'Brien. Reduces it to 5 points yet again from Paddy O'Brien. Fine score from the very experienced Kilmallock number 10. And Matt, it's the likes of Paddy O'Brien, the likes of Graham Mulcahy that Kilmallock need to stand up right now.
Yeah, they need their experienced players to stand up now. And at the moment it's Kieran O'Connor that's getting the ball away.
It's Paddy O'Brien that delivers it long. He's going for a shot. It's very ambitious from Paddy O'Brien from that distance. Of course, the confidence was high after that last shot, Matt, but would have been better option to put it in around the square.
I suppose in hindsight it would, but the minute he struck it, he dropped his head. He knew it wasn't going nowhere near where he had hoped.
Coming up to half-time here, 27 minutes nearly played at the LIT Gaelic grounds. It's Doon that are flying high in the first half here, leading Kilmallock surprisingly in a lot of people's eyes by 110 to 8 points, as Kilmallock come away with it with Robbie Hanley under pressure immediately from Dara Stapleton. Brilliant work from the Doon full forward, and gets the breaking ball himself as well. Dara Stapleton on the run, beats Kieran O'Connor, plays this one low, and it's low towards Jack Ryan. Touch is good from Jack Ryan. He's turned Philip O'Loughlin as Jack Ryan now being chased by Dan Joy. Brilliant work from the Kilmallock corner back, sweeps things up, and Philip O'Loughlin plays it back to Barry Hennessy. Hennessy has options here, and Paddy O'Loughlin noticeably, Matt, has dropped back around the half back line, badly needed back there for Kilmallock as Robbie Hanley switches play. It's a good one from Robbie Hanley. Does it get across to Oisin O'Reilly? He's been marked very tightly by Jack Cummins. He's got an advantage as Oisin O'Reilly, but when Oisin O'Reilly is on the run like this, he's well capable of putting it over the bar, and that's exactly what he's done. Brilliant score from Kilmallock and a brilliant finish from Oisin O'Reilly.
Yeah, a brilliant finish, and I thought for him just for a minute there that he was going to go a couple of steps more, because it certainly opened up in front of him, and this is where he gets his goals, and this is the type of situations he gets his goals from. Meanwhile, it looks as if Dara Stapleton has taken a knockdown here under us. He's down at the moment. Jason O'Mahony has had a look, and he appears to be satisfied about David Stapleton's well-being. He's back up on his feet, and I think he's about to redon his helmet. He seems
to be a belt in the head. He's been in fine format, I think you were just going to say.
Yeah, been
just
very
epitomised by the work there a couple of minutes ago to come out, win a dirty ball off Robbie Hanley, and then kicked it into space, won the next ball, and delivered inside to the full forward line towards Jack Ryan. Kilmallock got back. They ended up getting that point out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's having a fine game here, but he's been very, very effective. When he gets on the ball or gets near it, he's a very, very tough customer to put off it.
Loose ball here between Eddie Stokes and Micheál Hoolan. It's Micheál Ryan that has won that one for Doon. The hand pass to Cormac Ryan under good pressure from Robbie Hanley, and Micheál Hoolan has picked it up. Micheál Hoolan with the shot doesn't have enough to come back around. Not on this occasion for the Kilmallock number 13. But Kilmallock, Matt, coming to the end of this half, they're slowly getting to grips with things, but still trailed by 4.
Yeah, slowly eating their way into a 6-point lead. But you must remember that Doon are going to turn over with the aid of, I suppose it's a fresh breeze rather than a stiff breeze, but it's a breeze nevertheless. And here's Paddy O'Brien again driving a long ball. They're trying to use Oisin O'Reilly as much as possible, but again it was overcooked, and I suppose it was partly due to the breeze, and Oisin didn't get onto it, and it's gone out harmlessly wide. And at this stage Doon will be quite happy to keep poking it out from wide balls.
Out towards Pat Ryan again. This time Kieran O'Connor meets him and gets the flick away to Micheál Hoolan. Hoolan looking for Oisin O'Reilly once more. Jack Cummins is there again, but it's broken too. Kevin O'Donnell, chance for Kevin O'Donnell to reduce Doon's lead to 3 points. And Matt, a fine score from Kevin O'Donnell. If he gets time and space like that, no operating around the full forward line, he'll score them all day long.
Yeah, that was a well taken, smartly taken point by Kevin O'Donnell. Saw where the break might come, raced onto it, picked it up, and sent it over the bar. Quite simple point, and a very important point done nevertheless for Kilmallock.
Kilmallock really coming back into things now, but it's Doon still leading by 3 as Kieran O'Connor wins that loose ball over on that far side. Good pressure again from Doon. They're trying to win it over there again. It's Barry Murphy, and he's been fouled. Foul on the Doon man. Another chance for them to extend their lead again. Good work from Barry Murphy, Matt. And just all around the field, Doon on top. Kilmallock, as I said, slowly getting back into things, or getting to grips with Doon. But this is seriously impressive stuff from Doon.
It is a seriously impressive first half from Doon. Of course, the trick is the game is never won at half time, John. The trick is to sustain it for another 30 minutes, and if they do, they could certainly be looking down the barrel of playing in a county final against Na Piarsaigh or Patrickswell. They have been very, very impressive. There's a great sense of togetherness, a great sense of purpose, great work ethic about them. Kilmallock are finding it hard to match it. In the last 7 or 8 minutes, perhaps, Kilmallock are coming to grips more so with it. But at no stage so far in the game, even with the aid of the breeze, could you say that for any appreciable length of time have Kilmallock been on top? Now they've got a couple of good scores. They've kept in touch. They have matched score for score. The goal is now the difference. It was a 6-point margin. Now they picked off three good points to come back into it. Barry Murphy. It's not an easy free, even for a player of Barry Murphy's calibre. But if he puts it over, John, the likelihood is that we're possibly looking, unless there's late drama down here on our right at the city end, that we're looking at Doon taking a 4-point lead in at half time, or into the huddle, or whatever it is. We can't say in anymore, but taking a 4-point lead into the half-time break, and with the win to come in the second half, that would be a very, very strong position and a huge boost for their confidence. And that's a huge boost for Barry Murphy's confidence as he puts it over the bar.
This is 4th point of this evening's contest from Barry Murphy. 3 from frees, by that one by far the most difficult one, and it restores Doon to a 4-point advantage. 111 to 10 points as Mikey O'Brien picks this one up for Doon, picks up the loose ball. It's blocked, so his attempted clearance is picked up there, back there by a Doon teammate. It's back to O'Brien again. This time he goes long with it, looking towards Eddie Stokes, who's moved out of midfield and into the full forward line as Pat Ryan kicks this one ahead. It's going to be met and won by Aaron Costello back there, and Costello on the run. Aaron Costello gets the hand pass away. Paddy O'Loughlin goes short with this one. It's short to Micheál Hoolan. It's David Wolfe, in fact. Wolfe half blocked with that one. It's won over there by Doon. And it's Mikey O'Brien again coming away with it to Jack Ryan. Lovely flick from Jack Ryan. Does he get the shot away? Brilliant block from Aaron Costello. But Pat Ryan picks up the pieces for Doon. 4 Kilmallock men around him, and a needless foul by Micheál Hoolan. Not for the first time, it has to be said as well. And a chance for Barry Murphy to make it 5-point lead.
Yeah, 5-point lead. Doon will be happy, to, especially after that Kilmallock scoring burst. They will be very, very happy to get back into the scoring groove and the rest, whatever revival there was from Kilmallock. And it'll be very disappointing for Tony Constant and his management team that when they picked up 3 points one after another to come within touching distance, facing half time with the wind advantage, that they didn't drive on. And in point of fact, it was a response from Doon, and I fancy Barry Murphy with this one, and that's not to put the commentators' curse on him, but he's quite capable of this one.
And he has no sign of the commentator's curse on this occasion from Matt O'Callaghan. It's straight over the bar from Barry Murphy, and that is the half-time whistle. It's Doon leading Kilmallock 112 to 10 points here at the LIT Gaelic Grounds in the Bon Secours Hospital Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-final clash. Matt, not many would have seen this 5-point advantage for Doon at half-time before the game, but they're full value for it.
Absolutely, it has to be said. First of all, John, that Doon are 5 points ahead, and they are full value for it. They have really, really taken the game by the scruff of the neck. They have put them under pressure in all areas of the field, and you alluded it to yourself during the commentary. The lack of space and the lack of time that Kilmallock forwards in particular, or Kilmallock players anywhere over the field, were getting on the ball. In many ways for Tony Ward and his management team and Doon, it has been a dream first half now. They've been playing into the wind, and we alluded it to before the game, that the injuries which they have suffered, and I don't want to be harping on the injuries, but very often that galvanises a team. And what we've seen out there is a performance by Doon, a performance by a team that are galvanised. There's a togetherness about it. You know, take Michael Ryan at midfield. The work rate. We have seen him 3 crucial interceptions in his own goal, inside his own 20 metres line. Like his interception. We saw Jack Ryan, the sprint he made, anticipated what the Kilmallock pass was, and took it on the run. Like, that is a team really, really, really fired up. Now, Tony Considine has a big job at halftime to regroup and to get his charges back on track and get his charges to get a certain amount of ascendancy in the game, which they have not enjoyed. Now, you could dismiss a lot of it and say, right, Kilmallock have been idle for 3 to 4 weeks. Doon have had a game last weekend, and they you know, that John, would be very, very simplistic explanation for it. Like, there is no doubt today Doon are the better team. I said it before the game, like, that they have made themselves very, very, very hard to beat, and they're certainly going to continue in that vein today. It's a long road back for Kilmallock. Now, the game is not anything but lost for Kilmallock. A 5-point lead can be turned around in a matter of 2 strokes of a ball. But like the way that Doon are playing at the moment, like, Kilmallock will have to find something very special.
Yeah, it's Doon that hold all the aces here at half-time at the LIT Gaelic Grounds. They lead Kilmallock 112 to 10 points. Join us for the second half shortly.
Well, the centre here was opened originally back in 1999, and hence we called it the Millennium Centre. And it's a multi-purpose community centre and sports hall. And as you can see here today, we have a senior citizens group. We have people here that play bingo and they play cards for Wednesday. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on here as well. But in 2013, we started an extension here, and we got grants towards it, but we also had to put up our own money. So when the building was refurbished and the extension done out front in 2014, we still had a loan of 120,000 on the place, which we were paying back over a 5-year period. So when we won the draw, we paid off 10,000 off the loan. So that helped in a big way. It cut down, number one, our monthly outlay, and it also cut back the interest we were paying on the loan. That was money then we could use for other things in the centre. Because obviously it's one thing having the place, but it does cost money to run it between light, heat and everything else goes on here. It costs quite a bit of money every year to run it. Well, the original idea was that we wanted to support the local club because we knew they were getting a share out of the draw. So we did that, and we were delighted when we won it. It was a big bonus to us. Well, you're helping the club, number one, but also there's always a possibility down there that you'll win money yourself. And I mean, this parish and the club here in Caherline have been very lucky over the years. I think we've had at least 3 winners of the 10,000 over the last few years here. So like, that's a big plus for any area. And as well as that, you're helping the local club.
to him down here on our left, and they really have to hit the ground running. They have to match Doon. They have to counteract the work rate and the intensity that Doon are bringing to the game. We saw there a sort of a cameo at one stage during the first half where it did appear as if Kilmallock were getting up to the pace of the game, but Doon quickly wrestled back control. So, Tony Considine and his management team, Paul Tobin and Clem Smith, they have a job of work down there.
Indeed they do, and Matt, from Doon's point of view on the other side of things, I mean, I mentioned it in commentary during the first opening quarter maybe that Tony Ward couldn't have dreamed of a first quarter like that. They continued it for the second half of the first half, and it's just the push will come from Kilmallock, and it's all about how Doon will react. But we've nothing to suggest so far in that first half to suggest they won't do anything but react to it, and react to it in a positive way.
Yeah, well, we mentioned it there just before the break, that when Kilmallock got the 3 points in a row there, that the expectation was in normal circumstances that Kilmallock would drive on at that point, but it didn't happen. Doon found a response. They had closed the margin from 6 to 3. Momentum seemed to be briefly with Kilmallock, and you would have expected that they would have continued and closed the gap further before half-time, but not a bit of it. Doon were unfazed by it, and stayed doing what they had been doing well throughout the game, and picked up the last couple of points, so that they now have a 5 points lead. Doon must be absolutely brimming with confidence at this stage, and they're probably going out there for the second half smelling blood at this stage. The one thing they just must avoid getting into their head is that it's job done. That's a very dangerous thing against a team of Kilmallock's calibre.
But Pat Ryan on the run straight away. He was the best player in the first half. 5 excellent points. This delivery on this occasion from Ryan doesn't go to a Doon teammate, and it's easily cleared by the Kilmallock full back line. Chris Thomas is there for Doon ahead of Robbie Hanley, and it's Thomas that has done well. He's got the advantage of a free. Thomas has gone for it himself. He has the advantage to come back, and that's exactly what Jason O'Mahony has done. And a long range chance, Matt. It won't be Darragh O'Donovan, as he'd usually take these ones from around this area. Is it outside Jack Ryan's comfort zone? Or Barry Murphy's comfort zone, I should say.
No, he has the breeze. I've seen him doing it from this distance. I think Barry Murphy has a decent chance, but very, very good work by the young boy Chris Thomas. This guy is new this year. He's up from the under 20. He's a minor actually. Yeah. He's still a minor actually. That was a very, very mature piece of defending by Chris Thomas, and the minute he knew he had his free, he had a pot at it, knowing of course that if it failed he was getting it back anyway.
Barry Murphy with the free. Has he the accuracy on this occasion? The umpires look at each other. It's a point given, and it's Barry Murphy's 6th of this game, first of the second half, Matt. And beautifully from Doon's point of view, that's exactly how they would have wanted to start the second half.
Absolutely, that is the start that they would have wanted, and it was a long range free, and certainly Barry Murphy found the target with the breeze. Sometimes those breezes can swirl around when you're playing with it, and as you know, John, it can tail off or anything, but certainly he made that very certain. And here we have Chris Thomas again.
Gets the pass away to Barry Murphy, who of course just put Doon back into a 6-point lead. Chance here now for Dean Coleman, who's come on at half time. We'll just have to confirm that substitution as soon as we have it here, as Micheál Houlihan plays this one low. It's a poor one straight to Chris Thomas, and it's Doon that have possession once again. Thomas flicks it high. Barry Murphy has time to catch it, though he's immediately under pressure from Paddy O'Brien. Did well to turn. Good block from Aaron Costello, but it's gone out for a Doon sideline ball, and we're just waiting to see, Matt, confirmation of that Doon substitution. I'm just looking around here. Dennis Maloney is still out there.
I'm just wondering,
Micheál
John,
Ryan?
Is it Darragh Stapleton?
No, Darragh Stapleton does seem to be not there, Matt. Darragh Stapleton's in around the edge of the square. It's definitely not.
He's down there, yes.
As quickly as we can, as Josh Ryan lines this one up. It's a good ball in from Josh Ryan there. Dangerous around. Pat Ryan is around it. Dara Stapleton is around it. And neither able to get the ball up, and neither is the Kilmallock defenders. Aaron Costello kicked out over the end line by a Doon foot, according to the umpire down there. And it's going to be a puck out for Kilmallock. I'm thinking, Matt, it could be Jack Cummins. Just confirming this one as soon as we have it.
I'm looking around for Eddie Stokes as well.
Yeah, we'll confirm that as quickly as we have it. Josh Ryan is certainly around the middle of the park as Graham Mulcahy takes this one for Kilmallock. He's got Kevin O'Donnell. Shooting chance for Kevin O'Donnell. Does it have the accuracy? It doesn't. It's tailed off to the right and wide. Went with the wind. And it's going to be a puck out for Owen McNamara. I think, Matt O'Callaghan, you could have been right. It's Eddie Stokes that looks not to have taken his place in the second half. It's meant to rejigging with Josh Ryan going out to midfield as Owen McNamara delivers this one long towards Dara Stapleton. Stapleton was first to it. Pat Ryan picks up the loose ball. Ryan with the chance, going for point number 6. Easy as you like for Pat Ryan. It's a 7-point lead for Doon. And everything he touches, Matt, turns into a score.
Yeah, he's Pat Midas Ryan this evening anyway, certainly with the way he's sliding him over. But like it was so simple. He watched the break, was broken down into his path, and he did the rest. Now, yeah, Josh Ryan is midfield, and it looks as if Eddie Stokes hasn't come out for the second half. But it gives an idea of the bounty of riches that Doon have if they can leave Dean Coleman on the sideline from the start.
Has been struggling with injury throughout the season.
Yeah, I know, but because Dean Coleman is a quality forward.
It certainly doesn't weaken this Doon team, seeing Dean Coleman come on. Tommy Hayes trying to win that, but Graham Mulcahy bursts through and is tripped on his way. It should be a relatively simple one for Kilmallock, and I think there's been a reaction here. It could be a bit of trouble for Tommy Hayes here, Matt. Seemed to strike out at Graham Mulcahy there, and this could be a huge turning point in this game. Tommy Hayes immediately pulled aside by Jason O'Mahony. I think he's just flicked a hurley back towards the Kilmallock number 11. He's certainly in trouble with the referee here. Yeah, that's a yellow card.
Yeah.
Kilmallock sideline looking for more, Matt, but I think the referee has got that one right.
Yeah, I actually missed it because I was doing a bit of bookwork here, but the referee moved in very, very quickly, and they did have very stern words with Tommy Hayes, but it did look as if, you know, from the body language of Jason O'Mahony, that it was nothing more than a yellow card. You'd fancy Micheál Houlihan all day to reduce the margin to 6 with this point, with 36 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, Micheál Houlihan only with a 65 to his name in that first half. He's doubled his tally to 2 points now, and it's now 1-14 to Doon, 11 points to Kilmallock as
and guided it over the bar, and it's 6 points. It was 5 at half time. We're heading for the second half water break. Kilmallock have made no dent yet, and here is Josh Ryan up the middle, a long shot, and it's over the bar.
Wonderful score from Josh Ryan. Absolutely superb from him. His third of this evening's contest, Matt. We mentioned a momentum builder a few minutes ago for Doon. They didn't get it then, but they got that one, and that's a stunning score. His third of the game.
Yeah, they must have heard us criticising about those 3 wayward shots that they send wide, because they have responded with 2 excellent points. Here is the ball breaking now into the Doon half. Again, John, no space for any Kilmallock player to work in.
It's Scanlon with it. Sorry here for Paddy O'Brien. It's Jack Cummins. Effort at the times. Kieran O'Connor, it was Jack Cummins who couldn't get the ball away. Kieran O'Connor pulling off a fine score from Kilmallock, and it's a slick response, Matt.
A slick response, and certainly a response that was definitely called for, because we're 43 minutes into the game, and certainly I know it's a bit premature to be saying it, but time isn't certainly in Kilmallock's side. They need to be making inroads into this lead.
Yeah, it's going to be a sideline ball over there to Kilmallock. Going to be Gavin O'Mahony to take it. So Mahoney now lining this one up. O'Mahony finds over. Fine effort from Kevin O'Donnell. And Matt, Kilmallock again just maybe getting to grips with things. 2 excellent scores from their last 2 attacks.
Yeah, I suppose the ideal response that Tony Considine would have looked to those 2 Doon scores. Here is Josh Ryan with a huge one from a shot puck out, and it's going to drop right into the danger area there. Yeah, and it's a 65.
Came off a Kilmallock hand there, and now a chance maybe for
Barry Murphy.
The 65 from Barry Murphy.
It's Barry Murphy is going to be lining it up here, and certainly this one, it isn't anything more difficult than the last 3 that he hit, and you'd really have to fancy Barry Murphy with this one, and this to restore a 6 points lead, and we will be, when he has this taken, we will be 44 and a half minutes into the game, 14 and a half minutes into the second half, and Doon will be maintaining their grip in the game.
Fine strike from Barry Murphy. Looks good from our angle here. Looks good to the men with the white flag as well. Fine score from Barry Murphy. And we're back now to a 117 to 14 points lead for Doon, Matt. And we mentioned it to Kilmallock coming to terms with things, but each time Doon come back down again.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we have Chris Thomas. We have a battle for possession. Oisin O'Reilly is on the ball. He's off on one of those trademark runs. Delivers it in, but way too far from Micheál Houlihan, although he has got onto it. Patrick Cummins has come across. It's Jack Cummins has come across, but the ball back into the centre. Won well by Pat Ryan and cleared by Mikey O'Brien.
Brilliant work from Pat Ryan. Mikey O'Brien's clearance. Picked up though back there from O'Loughlin from Kilmallock. And it's into Aaron Costello. Good work back there from Philip O'Loughlin. It's Paddy now in possession to Paddy O'Brien. O'Brien switches play. Plenty of players over for both sides. It's Graham Mulcahy that got a flick to it. Good work from Tommy Hayes to deny him initially, and backed up by Micheál Ryan. Brilliant flick away as there's a 50-50 battle between Tommy Hayes and Micheál Houlihan, but it's Kilmallock with Robbie Hanley looking to win possession now. Hanley has it over on that far side. Good run from the man wearing number 25. He's been fouled according to Jason O'Mahony, and a chance for Micheál Houlihan to pop one over the bar from a free.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one for Micheál, but he's quite capable of putting it over. It's right over on the far touchline, and it's what, about 35 metres out, perhaps 35 metres out from the goal away to our left, which is the Clare end goal. Meanwhile, there seems to be a Doon player picking himself rather gingerly up there, but he seems to be okay. First aid were about to go to his assistance, and they have turned back. I think they're returning to the bench. Yeah, he seems to be okay.
I think it's Dara Stapleton back there, Matt. He's shipped a few knocks, so far this evening, but we'd argue what he's doing back there that far. But Dara Stapleton, of course, a very versatile player. Of course, played in goals for Waterford IT against UL in the 2015 Fitzgibbon Cup final. And he's played in goals for Doon in the past as Micheál Hoolan pops another one over for Kilmallock. We've a 5-point game yet again.
Yeah, 5 points. It's as we were at half time, and it is the water break. 46 and a half minutes into the game. Meanwhile, Patrick Cummins is being readied down here for Doon, and we're probably expecting to see him coming in the second half. In terms of the scoreboard, John, and I suppose in terms of play, the scoreboard doesn't lie. Kilmallock have as much to do at the second half water break as they had at half time. There's still 5 points in it. Like they threatened, they reduced it to, like they never really got it below 5 points. It is Doon that are going 6-7 ahead, and Kilmallock, struggling to get a couple of points to stay in touch. For both clubs, like we have a massive 15 minutes. It's a massive 15 minutes in the context of the Bon Secours Limerick Senior Hurling Championship 2020. This is the first semi-final, and it hasn't disappointed as a game. But for both sides, this is going to be massive.
From Tony Ward and Doon's point of view, Matt, they went in 5 points clear at half time. He would have challenged them to maintain that lead, and that's exactly what they've done. It's all about the last quarter now. Kilmallock desperate to get back into it, but Doon have all the aces at the moment.
Well, they have the 5 points, and I'm sure Tony Ward will be saying to him, lads, you won the first half, go out and do the same again and win the second half. At the moment they're drawing the second half, and if we're to go 4 or 5 minutes after the water break now without Kilmallock making any appreciable dent or inroads into this lead, it's going to be very, very difficult. Doon's confidence will grow as the clock comes down. The clock will rapidly become Kilmallock's enemy. Kilmallock just have to find a response, and they've got to find it far quicker now than they had at half time.
That substitution confirmed for Doon as well. It's Patrick Cummins wearing number 19, replacing number 8 Micheál Ryan. Micheál Ryan, Matt, just seen him take his place in the stand here below us. Looks exhausted. He put in a serious shift for Doon.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've chronicled already what he was involved in. But he shifted 2 heavy knocks. He picked up a knock here in front of us, and he was the player that was down on the far side as well. So, and I think we have Patrick Cummins. It
was Patrick Cummins immediately into the action. Did well to get to the first possession initially, but tried to flick it up, Matt. Didn't go to hand, but Patrick Cummins won't weaken this Doon team too much.
No, he won't, but he'll be disappointed with his first action there, because he seemed to have done everything right, and he was about to visit some trouble on the Kilmallock defence and on the Kilmallock goal, but it came off his boot and went out over the inline. He'll be disappointed with it. We talked about it being a good game, but the intensity on both sides, we have to say, has dropped. It has dropped a couple of notches, but I suppose it's only to be expected. It's a fine evening out there. But there is a fresh breeze, and that was a sideline that went exactly where it wasn't intended to go, back out over the sideline from Doon, and it's a line ball to Kilmallock.
10 minutes or so remaining here at the LIT Gaelic grounds in this Bon Secours Hospital Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-final. Of course, brought to you live and exclusively on Limerick GA TV in association with the Kirby Group. It's Doon leading Kilmallock 117 to 15 points as Dean Coleman has this. It's a ball across the centre. Chance for Doon, and Jack Ryan. Goal for Doon! Huge moment in the game. It was Dean Coleman dispossessed the Kilmallock defender. Huge error at the back by Kilmallock. Had the sense and had the vision to send it across to Jack Ryan, and Jack Ryan, Matt O'Callaghan, ate that one up with aplomb.
ate it up with aplomb, and we have seen him at under 21 level, and we spoke about Mikey O'Brien making the transition from under 21 to senior. Jack Ryan is another one that has certainly done it, as has young Chris Thomas on his performance today. It looks Dara O'Donovan might be off, but certainly I think his brother Keane is about to join the game.
Another goal chance here as Darrell Stapleton has it, taps it over the bar instead. If the goal was on, Matt, they don't need it. And it's 2-18 now to 15 points as Keane O'Donovan enters the fray. Brilliant work from Doon.
Absolutely. I think there can be no arguments with this performance. Like, is it? I'm just trying to see. It looks like, is it Tommy Hayes might be coming off here? No, it's actually Jack Cummins.
Yes, Jack Cummins.
That's coming off.
Come off for Doon here. Wearing number 7's a poor. Or it's Robbie Hanley with the hand pass away now. Kevin O'Donnell, Kilmallock need goals and they need them quickly. In fact, that's Robbie Egan. Paddy O'Brien goes for it. Paddy O'Brien puts it over the bar. May have been looking for more from that one, Matt, but Robbie Egan making an instant impact.
Yeah, absolutely, and he just will have to make an instant impact. And what is it? We're down now to it's an 8-point game, and we're into the 53rd minute. But of course, that doesn't include the water break, which Dean Coleman making his presence felt again. Oh, lovely pass on into the path of Chris Thomas.
And Thomas on the run now, being chased by 3 Kilmallock players, gets it away to Josh Ryan. Ryan with the touch. Good work though from Gavin O'Mahony initially, and Kieran O'Connor trying to take it away for Kilmallock, met by Keane O'Donovan. Good tackle from O'Donovan, and Doon have it again now, and Dennis Maloney with a chance. Maloney with the shot, it's going to drop short, and it's caught by Barry Hennessy on the line. Just off balance was Maloney hitting that one, and Barry Hennessy, a terrible clearance though. Chance for Pat Ryan. Ryan over the bar looking for point number 7. That's all what Pat Ryan is do. You can't give him chances like that. And Matt, it's looking like Doon's place in a county final.
Yeah, it's looking that way now, certainly, because the clock is now very much Kilmallock's enemy. It's 6.5 minutes, I make it, that is left of normal time. Meanwhile, Barry Murphy is in the wars again a bit, but he's back up and happily recovered from a Doon point of view, and he's fit to continue. But a 9-point margin at this stage, it was in no script.
Yeah, Kilmallock really need something special. Paddy O'Brien's through, he flicks it inside to Graham Mulcahy. They need a goal. It's Mulcahy on his right side, opts to go on. He's been fouled. There's a little bit of reaction there from Graham Mulcahy as well. Jason O'Mahony, will be interesting to see how he deals with this one. It's the fullback Owen Fitzgibbon that's down for Doon. I think it was Fitzgibbon that committed a foul. He looks in a bit of pain here as well, but Jason O'Mahony opting now to give the free at the moment. The Doon sideline calling for a throw on. Don't think that's going to be forthcoming, Matt, but if the free is indeed given, they need a goal from it.
Yeah, absolutely. The referee will probably reverse the situation now. He's immediately concerned about the welfare of Owen Fitzgibbon. Of course, these are extremely busy times for Owen Fitzgibbon, because we're doomed to get through here, and at this stage it is looking like that. Of course, he's the captain of Ula, and led him all the way to the county final last year, and I've seen him playing football this year. He's absolutely in splendid form, absolutely in top form, and I'm sure there will be serious concerns not only in the Doon hurling camp, but also in the Ula football camp concerning the welfare of Owen Fitzgibbon, who looks as if he's up now, he's okay, and Micheál Houlihan, you would think, will have to go for a goal.
Time definitely against Kilmallock here. We've 55.5 on the clock. Of course, that's injury time as well. Houlihan goes for it. It's a good shot, saved. Back there, the ball still bobbling around, but as Patrick Cummins comes away with it for Doon. Huge moment there as Pat Ryan looks to get onto this, being met by Oisin O'Reilly. Good work from O'Reilly, but there's no sign of Kilmallock winning this one cleanly, and they need the ball in and around the Doon square. So O'Reilly eventually comes out and gets the hand pass away. It's not going to drop from Mulcahy though, and Tommy Hayes comes away with it. Tommy Hayes, 4 Kilmallock men around him, but it's Tommy Hayes on the run. up against Mulcahy. Again is Tommy Hayes, but neither able to win it. It falls to Kieran O'Connor from Kilmallock's point of view. O'Connor, looking at his options, goes short and straight to Paddy O'Brien. O'Brien may look to drop this one around the square, decides to go to Oisin O'Reilly instead. He misses it, drops to Kevin O'Donnell. They'll have to work in for a shot and goal. It's Oisin O'Reilly. 3 Doon men surround him quickly. Kevin O'Donnell goes low. It's easy for Owen McNamara. McNamara deals with that. Clearance though should be met by Aaron Costello. 50-50. Brilliant catch from Cian O'Donovan. O'Donovan now on the run. O'Donovan surely fouled by Costello. The ref says no. Gets the pass away to Dean Coleman. Coleman now being chased by Mark O'Loughlin. It's Dean Coleman. Well hooked by O'Loughlin. And it's going to be easy for Philip O'Loughlin to switch play over to Gavin O'Mahony. O'Mahony looking to deliver now. He's hit it long as Gavin O'Mahony. It's too long though to worry the Doon defence of Gavin O'Mahony, Matt O'Callaghan. I'm not quite sure what he was trying there. Looked like he went for the point. He had to be dropping that around the edge of the square. Either way, it's gone to the right and wide.
Yeah, it's gone to the right and wide, and it's a chance gone. But really, what Kilmallock need now, they need a goal. They need it very, very quick. We're inside the last 3 minutes of normal time. There are 57-15 on the clock here in the Gaelic grounds, and it isn't looking good for Kilmallock at this stage.
Paddy O'Loughlin with the long delivery towards Kevin O'Donnell. Cormac Ryan got a hurley to it, but it's Kilmallock looking to come up with possession. Robbie Egan is there as well, and it's Egan that has it. Doon come out with it though. It's Mikey O'Brien with the hand pass to Josh Ryan. He's got Dennis Maloney in acres of space. Now it's Maloney. He decides to go straight to Dean Coleman. Philip O'Loughlin's trying to get there. He can't. If Dean Coleman could have taken that, Matt O'Callaghan, there may have been a chance of another goal. It's taken quickly by over on that far side by O'Loughlin. He hit it at the Doon man, and Jason O'Mahony wasn't happy with that action from the Kilmallock man. He's given it free. He said Dean Coleman didn't go back far enough. A bit of delaying tactics from Dean Coleman, trying to waste a bit of time. Jason O'Mahony having no sympathy for him whatsoever, and surprisingly, Matt, or unsurprisingly, nothing wrong with Dean Coleman. He's up in a flash.
He's up in a flash, but he'll be very, very disappointed that he just didn't get onto that ball, because he did everything right up to the point of getting on the ball. Big Josh went up for that one, but it was Robbie Egan who picked it up and sent it over the bar.
Yeah, point for Robbie Egan and Kilmallock. They reduced the lead to 8, but it's goals that they need. 58.5 minutes on the clock in the Bon Secours Hospital Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-final clash, of course, brought to you live and exclusively on Limerick GA TV, and it's Doon that are looking very, very likely to have a place in next Saturday's final, of course, where they'll play Napierchik or Patrickswell, of course, which is coming up. Of course, all the games brought to you on Limerick GA TV in the Bon Secours Hospital Limerick Senior Hurling Championship in association with the Kirby Group, launched inside by Micheál Hoolan. It's dropping around to Robbie Hanley. Hanley loses possession of it, flicks it back. Mulcahy, chance, goal from Mulcahy. Badly needed one. Matt, he absolutely howitzered that past Owen McNamara. Brilliant finish.
Yeah, hammered it right into the corner of the net. Right, I think we have a sub down here, but that Niall Maher, the experienced Niall Maher, is coming on. But that was a fine goal by Graham Mulcahy. Suddenly there are only 5 points in it, and you would wonder. There was a period there of 3 or 4 minutes when Kilmallock had a couple of chances, and they had the propensity to go for goals. When had they been clawing back the points, the gap could have been much closer. And I think Dara Stapleton has come off on this occasion to be replaced by Niall Maher.
Yeah, it's a free in for Doon. Contentious one as far as Kilmallock are concerned. But referee Jason O'Mahony spotting a foul, and a chance for Doon just to settle things down. A glimmer of hope with that goal by Graham Mulcahy for Kilmallock. But Matt, Barry Murphy will be in absolutely no rush with this one. And given the way he struck his frees so far in this game, fairly likely to put this one over as well.
Yeah, I think he's fairly likely to put it over, and by the time he strikes it, even we're into time added on. And I saw Donny Brown, who is the linesman down here. He liaised with Jason O'Mahony a couple of minutes ago. It'll be interesting to see how much time there will be left. I suspect there's something in the region of possibly 4 to 5 minutes, John, like if you include the water break. And there was a couple of injuries. Mikey Ryan was down twice. Dean Coleman was down there towards the finish, but
Yeah, that's point number 8 for Barry Murphy as Pat Ryan takes possession here for Doon. Gives it long, does Pat Ryan. And it's a foot race in there. It's Jack Ryan trying to win it ahead of Mark O'Loughlin. Neither able to get into hand. Mark O'Loughlin eventually does, and it's Mark O'Loughlin goes all the way back to his goalkeeper Barry Hennessy. Hennessy now will go long, aiming for Robbie Egan and Paddy O'Brien up there. It's going to be Egan against Owen Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon does enough, and again Mikey O'Brien just sitting back there now in the pocket. Easy pass to Josh Ryan, and Dean Coleman looking to win this one. It's batted by Gavin O'Mahony to Paddy O'Loughlin. A bit lucky with that one, wasn't fully sure where he was. Kevin O'Donnell now takes on Cian O'Donovan and places the ball in towards the full forward line, again looking for Robbie Egan, but Chris Thomas is there to pick up the pieces for Doon. Now it's Patrick Cummins. He's gone long and he's gone straight down. It's going to be over the head, is it? No, it's a good catch back there by Philip O'Loughlin. He's coughed up possession, and Niall Maher now trying to win it, surely fouling Philip O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin has the advantage, gives it to his brother Paddy, and it's outside to Aaron Costello. Costello has Kevin O'Donnell in front of him. It's a bit long for O'Donnell, but Paddy O'Brien is there for Kilmallock. O'Brien inside to Micheál Hoolan. Hoolan with a lovely flick to Kevin O'Donnell. O'Donnell now on the run for Kilmallock, goes low, saved by Owen McNamara, and it's there by Tommy Hayes. Good work from Tommy Hayes to pick up the pieces and finds Cian O'Donovan. O'Donovan ships a belt from Kieran O'Connor before getting the hand pass away. Referee Jason O'Mahony says it's a foul, and it's going to be a free out for Doon.
It was actually Tommy Hayes that was back there and brought it out. Good defending by Tommy Hayes. Good anticipation of what his goalkeeper was going to do. But you go back to the close-in free they got. I would be of the opinion that the last person you should hit a close-in free if you're going for a goal is the goalkeeper. And you know that, John, you have been between the sticks long enough. He's the most likely to stop it. And 'twas Owen McNamara got his stick to that particular one.
Maybe not in my case, the most likely to stop him, that, as it's delivered inside towards Niall Maher, putting pressure on. There was a Kilmallock boot that got to it. It was Dan Joy that got his boot to it. And it's going to be a 65 for Doon. Just watching Jason O'Mahony, I thought he was signalling for something else. It's going to be a 65, Matt. And Doon in no rush. The lead by 6. We've nearly 63 and a half minutes played here, as Doon preparing another substitution in front of us here in the Mackey stand.
Looks like Mike Barry is about to join the game.
Very experienced forward Mike Barry, getting ready to come on in the dying embers of the Bon Secours Hospital Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-final. It's looking ever so likely that it's going to be Doon booking their place for the LIT Gaelic rounds next Saturday evening, as Barry Murphy lines up looking for his 9th point of this contest. It doesn't come up well for Barry Murphy. Does he have enough to adjust it? On this occasion he doesn't. You could see it, Matt, that didn't come up right at all for him, and it's gone to the left and wide as a result.
Certainly not as he would have been.
He's entitled to one.
He certainly is entitled to one. There's 64 minutes gone now on the clock. Doon has to do a bit of defending here. Is Graham Mulcahy is on the ball again, trying to rally Kilmallock. Finds Kevin O'Donnell. Kevin O'Donnell gets by, but there are 2 or 3 Doon men there. He eventually gets it to Paddy O'Loughlin, who is trying to progress in goal. Is fouled. It's a free in, and it's another one of those frees where they just must go for a goal.
A professional free, Matt, if you could call it that, in GAA and hurling, as Kilmallock line up there. Sub of their own. It's Killian Hayes coming onto the side now for Kilmallock.
Killian Hayes got a very, very good goal in the intermediate championship against Croom last weekend. He's a guy that knows where the net is, but I'm afraid that he won't have time to find it, because where the clock is on 65 minutes and it's Doon that are attacking. It looks to me as if Killian Hayes is just a blood sub.
It's Robbie Egan receiving attention. It was Micheál Hoolan with that shot. A regulation save for Owen McNamara from that long distance effort, as Kilmallock still go in search of a goal. I think that's Gavin O'Mahony up there, gets the hand pass in. It's Oisin O'Reilly has it. They have it for the right man out in front, but yet again, from a Doon point of view, it's Mikey O'Brien. And Matt, Mikey O'Brien giving a performance at centre back for the ages in club hurling. It's a brilliant catch back there. It's not. Robbie Hanley has it. It's gone wide though, and Josh Ryan has got a belt in the face after trying to get a block on that. But Matt, we've mentioned it I don't know how many times in commentary, Mikey O'Brien giving an absolutely stunning performance.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot of responsibility, trust, and the game is over, and Doon are into the county final. there was a lot of responsibility thrust on his young shoulders there, but he certainly rose to the occasion. Like Darragh O'Donovan, Tony Ward, he's a twice winning All-Ireland winning manager, albeit in Camogie, but management is management, whatever code it is in. But he must have thought that the gods were conspiring against him when, first of all, he lost Richie English and Stephen Ryan and Cathal McNamara, and then there was the pandemic, which must have upset everybody's plans. And then he was seeing the championship as it was structured, and I suppose which he had plans for in the usual format, being totally destroyed and being replaced with a truncated form, and then the loss of Darragh O'Donovan. If you said before the competition that Doon would be in the county final and that they'd win the semi-final without key players like I have mentioned, like, you'd be nearly arrested. You think you've lost it. But like the performance, and you alluded to it, you mentioned it in commentary, John, about the way the players responded to the big players. Mikey O'Brien right down the middle. Michael Ryan, God, he put in some performance for Doon today. His younger brother, Pat, like 7 or 8 points, all from play. Barry Murphy, captain, flawless from frees. Dara Stapleton ran himself into the ground.
Josh Ryan, another one.
Josh Ryan, but like when the Chris Thomases, the Jack Ryans of this world, and the Josh Ryans of this world, look up and see the type, and Mikey O'Brien, look up and see the type of effort and what it means to the Michael Ryans, to the Dennis Maloney's, to the Dara Stapletons, the elder statesmen on the team, and without exception, from 1 to 15, they really responded. You'd have to be very impressed, and Tony Ward must be absolutely delighted, because it was a leap of faith to thrust a minor into the team. Chris Thomas at cornerback, Cormac Ryan at wingback. Cian O'Donovan made an impact when he came in. And like we said during the commentary, like that, if you're in a situation and you look back to the bench and you want somebody to come in that might, take you that extra step or take you over the line or make a difference, and you've somebody like Dean Coleman sitting in the bench, you're in a very, very strong place. Like, Kilmallock will be extremely, extremely disappointed. And to a certain degree, we can attribute the performance to the fact that they didn't have a quarter-final. But that would be simplistic. And it would not be fair. It would detract from the performance of Doon. Like, it was an excellent performance by Doon. Kilmallock, they failed to match it. They will know themselves where it went wrong. They failed to match the intensity. They failed to match the work rate for any appreciable time. And I thought really, and we said it at half time, that I think the writing was on the wall to a certain degree for Kilmallock at half time. Like, they were 10 to 7 points down. They got 3 points, 3 good points now to come right back into it. And like with the breeze, you'd say one final push for half-time and we would be right up on these fellas' heels. It didn't happen. What happened was Doon went down the other side, worked the freeze, drew the freeze. Barry Murphy did the rest. They went in at 5 points at half-time. And then they came out and the second half, and we were saying first water break, would they have made a dent in it? It was still 5 points. And then Jack Ryan's goal, that literally pulled down the curtain on Kilmallock's championship.
Indeed it has. It is Doon that have booked their place in next Saturday's final. We'll be back shortly.